Hi guys, I thought I would bring you a new spread. I've never done this before, so this is new. I have noticed, like on the lives and that, we've got some lovely people that came in asking about their relationships and how their partner feels about them and stuff. So I thought this would be a nice self-development spread because I kind of like the self-development spreads, and we're gonna sort of like go through it. So I've got like some shadow cards, I got some other oracle cards, and I've also got these, which is about date night adventure, which I'm going to scratch online. So we're going to pick a couple of cards from there. So we're going to go, this is not a spread to do with you need to leave him and all that malarkey, or you need to leave her. This is about trying to bring your relationship together. So it's for the ones that wants to stay together and they're trying to find a solutions. But be mindful if you're getting a lot of like things that they're not, you're going round and round in circles and that, this is not the spread for you. Maybe look at something else here. But see how it goes. We're gonna look, and if you do like this video, just give it a like. Just let me know what you think of it, because I will try different outlets. First of all, I'm gonna put it where I can see it. So we're gonna look at like us as a collective. So we're gonna look at, so you, us as a collective, people that's in relationships, so where are you now? In, where are you? Where's your headspace? Okay. And then we're gonna look at your partner. So where is their headspace? Okay. It could reverse it, so yeah, just be mindful of that. Okay, this is not a prediction spread, this is just like a guidance spread, yeah. So where are they now? Okay. And your bond together. So where's the bond? Where are you bonding from? So, oh wow. Right, so here we've got you in this position of two of wands. So for me, your headspace is sort of saying there's wanting some changes. You're looking into wanting some changes in the relationship, okay? It could be that maybe you're thinking of moving in together, or just like it could be just a change of scenery, like, but you're sort of like wanting to express that to your partner, yeah. Um, I just get the feeling like, he's looking into the future. So, um, maybe there's a lot of you that is ready to take the next leap, although you might not necessarily have done that. So maybe you're like in the dating scene, you're just starting to date and you're beginning to like this person and you're seeing something for the future. Okay, so that could represent, if it's a long-term relationships we're looking at, it could be that you're looking for something, wanting to, maybe there's been a lack of passion in the relationship. We get stalemate, don't we? With life can be a bit mundane. We could, work and etc. And you're finding that there's not enough passion going on. So you're looking for some inspiration to bring that passion, and then you're in the right place. So this is a good sort of like setup where your partner is at. In his headspace, he's a bit dreamy at the moment. He seems to be quite slow, and quite, I just feel quite chilled. Look, she's looking at the tree, she's playing her own little music and stuff, but he he or she is looking very positive, feels quite positive about the relationship. Okay, so they're looking into the future too. So you're kind of maybe more of this this energy feels more rooted, wanting to root, where the other one sort of kind of thing feels a bit more like taking a passion or doing something spontaneous. This feels more like in a relaxed environment, okay? The bond between you is that you're very deeply connected. So on a level is almost like you've met your soulmate. You feel like you're really sort of deeply connected, although there's still like development. So things are being revealed as time goes on. Okay, so I feel like you're intuitively connected as well. So I feel like there's more transformation happening here. So we got some lovely, lovely, um, start off of where your bond is and how both of you are connecting right now. Yeah. So what does strengthen and deepen your connection with each other? So what deepens your connection with each other? So we're gonna look the moon, the Knight of Swords. I just feel like it to me, even if you're in even if it's been a long-term relationship, I feel like on your side, um, you still get surprised um, by them. They're in depth. You kind of like, so what strengthens you in your bond to them is like the depthness, the deep conversation. So I feel like you do have kind deep conversations, okay? I'm seeing Scorpio, so I don't know if you're dealing with a Scorpio. I know the moon card isn't Scorpio, but I'm seeing like the symbol of a Scorpio, okay? So I just feel like um, they are quite, well, it is the moon, isn't it, for the Scorpio? Well, okay. Take it where it's go. But I feel like it's more like it deepens the bond for you because there's just like this, and they're I wouldn't say secretive in a negative way, but is almost like, oh, what can how many layers can I uncover from this person? So you're fascinated by them and intrigued by them. And I feel that that's what strengthens your bond and connection with them. With you, they see you as a force to be reckoned with. They like the forceful side of you, okay? You don't take no message. So when you've got something in your mind and stuff and it fribes them, they're I would say they're kind of more thinkers from what I'm getting, whereas you're kind of like a doer. So I feel like you both like really connect well with and align in because he eliminates the thinking side and the deep side of things, and you kind of really put the fire into it, and and that deepens his bond and his connection with you. Okay, so the Knight of Swords represents something going with force, going taking action. Okay, um, you're a risk taker as well, so I just feel like he thrives on that bond, and that's what bonds you together, and that's what the quality of your relationship is. And this is where you're like you know you can see like it's like there's a beginning of something more coming into the picture. Okay, so what weakens you, so what weakens the bonds. So what weakens the bonds? I think with you is you still uh, he's in depth, but he doesn't give too, or they don't give too much away. And it's almost like you're wanting a bit more of a commitment to them. So they're very in depth. They're very in tuned, and you feel the connection. But sometimes you feel like you wish they would explore and voice these things as well. So I think it's to do with, for you, what weakens the position for you, and makes you sure, is the fact that they're not stepping too far into the commitment, you know. So there's it's not you don't, sometimes you don't feel like that person's sort of there, you know, but they are, but it can feel like it's almost like you just need that extra little bit of reassurance from them to say that, you know, I'm there, I'm here for you, you know. So that's the impression I've got for them. So what weakens them, you know, so to do with the bonds now, okay? So what weakens them? Page of Cups. I think they're still quite fearful of committing fully. I think um, not that they don't valid, not that they're not going anywhere, but there's this element of they don't like to show you a bit of that vulnerability, and it kind of emotions weakens them too much. So they do come across like a Scorpio male to me, or you know, so someone who sort of reserves their emotions, but they're very in depth, you know, so but they don't give too much away, and I think that weakens their position because you want to have that emotional, more of emotions of expressing, yeah. So they're afraid of their emotions, I would say, right? Okay. So how can you work through this apps, you know, this position? So how can we, you know, how can you as a team work through this? Six of Swords is is to me is expressing how you express it, expressing how you feel, but I think sometimes we hold on to things, and sometimes we gotta let shit go as well. um it's like reading between the lines of like they show you in different ways how deeply they love you, and how deeply they feel connected to you, okay? So their expression is through what they do, and how they show up, you know. So is listening to those things, okay? And this is about Six of Swords is about moving on, you know. So it's like overcoming the difficulties. So we go through cycles, you know. Is One, it is good to express, and I think you've already expressed this with this person anyway. I mean, I don't feel like this person is going anywhere. I feel like this is a kind of a strong bond that's developing here, but how you can sort of work on and build it together is going through it together, you know. So it's talking things out and expressing yourself, you know. So it's getting more in depth. So I don't know if you're a person that gets a bit fiery and struggles with the expression of it, and then you get frustrated and you think, oh, you know, sod it, I don't care. You know, I don't know if you get to that point. I'm not saying that is the case, you know, but yeah. But the Six of Swords is about, I think, is choosing what to let go of and then being reassurance. But I'm going to put some oracle cards. So the shadow side, what comes out, you know, the shadow. Now, this is not like, this to me is not, this is what the deep side of it, yeah? This is not like a character, just the shadow side of ourselves. Toxic, destructive relationship manipulation and gaslighting. So I think sometimes you've got, you're very passionate in what you do, and sometimes we can get into a state of like we can blow a gasket, yeah? And I'm not saying you're toxic, but it can be destructive. And it's more because it's to me it's more aligning with trying to create expression. Getting so you're like challenge that you find in relationships is like expressing your emotions. So you're kind of lining up together in that aspect. So it's like I'm just seeing blown a gasket. You blow a gasket. So it's like trying to keep your cool and trying to keep things maintained, and not so reactive. So I feel like sometimes you could be reactive. What how can you sort of work through that? Now, it could be the opposite side, so take it where it resonates, right? So the opposite, so this is like to bring the harmony into the relationship, right? So we're not saying you're toxic. Physical connection. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Because I said I felt like you feel like they, you're wanting more of a passionate relationship. The sacred union of bodies two becomes one. So I would say it you need you do need a little bit of passion, I gotta be honest. So I'm in agreement with you there. Um, but I think it's about releasing. She's she's allowing, isn't she? She's led there and like, yeah, you can hold me down. Do you know what I mean? You can. I'm all up for it. So what do they call? What is the word? Oh my God, it's on the top of my tongue. When you're sort of, it's not release, it's like submissive, being submissive to their advances. So it's being submissive, remembering of letting things. So hang on, we haven't finished, so we're gonna look at his, their toxic trait, because it could be he or she is relevant in there. So let's look at their toxic trait. The shadow side of what can cause, you know, the insecurities and that. Sorry, coughing. Right. Self-righteous. Act superior, spiritually superior, condescending and preaching. I didn't. Oh dear. No wonder you go. No wonder you go firework. Because he sits on his throne, doesn't he? Like, yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's just like, oh my God, how harsh is that? So he can be I want to say a pompous prick, basically. This person can be quite a pompous thing, a bit of a preacher and things, but not actually a doer. Where you're a doer, and I think that's where you blow the gasket. Uh, so the other side to it, the other side. Let's have a look at the other side of it. We all got our toxic traits. I got toxic traits. Yeah, we all got them. So it is what it is, isn't it? It's how we master them, isn't it, at the end of the day? But yeah, that did make me laugh. Workplace romance, common cause of connection. Um, yeah, that's really confused me. Hmm. Again, it's about embracing, isn't it? They're embracing. I would say this person is I'm saying he, but you can switch it. But I'm seeing this person as quite um experimental. they're willing to put the right, so even though he's got those opinions and that, they will put they're I would say they're very reserved, but they show themselves in other ways and they're willing to put the work in. I think I think with you guys is I wouldn't say the signal is off completely, but there needs to be some work around the communication side. And I'm also seeing that there's not enough time for to have sex. You know, if you're having, you know, if you're at that point, which you must be if you're like looking into going in deeper, or if you're in a deeper, you know, if you're a thing. But there's not enough sex. There's not enough physical connection that's going into it. Okay, so and this is what's happening right now. You're not, so I feel like it's getting back onto the dating scene um with each other, which I'm gonna so I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 3. It's gonna take a bit of time, so I do apologize. um do you want to see me scribble it out? I don't know. Right, okay, so for the number ones, or maybe we just pick two, because I don't want to waste your time or me scrubbing it out. Or maybe I can timestamp it. Okay, so for 1, 2, and 3. Oh, why not? Let's have a laugh. I have scratched some of them, and then I thought, well, actually, my son turned around and said, that's unusual, Mum. And I thought, well, actually, yeah, let's just leave it as it is. So we'll go for number ones. If you've got it scratched, you're lucky. If you have, you know, if you're lucky. So what date could you go on? Okay, this is going to take 10 to 20 minutes. There you go. See, sex. Sex can be quick. Any time of the hour. Oh, it's $10 to $20 or pounds if you're in England, which I am. Okay, so we're going to scratch. So it's going to take an hour of your time. Don't shoot the messenger, but let's have a look and I'll read it out. Scratch, scratch. See, I order all these cards off of Shein, and you never know what you're going to get. So these are not oracle cards. They're just, you know, I just bought them for the fun of it. Because why not? Okay. In casting memories, go to your local craft store and buy a shadow box and supplies. You will need to decorate it. Then head home and decorate your shadow box together and put your most precious memories of your relationship in it. You can add photos together, date nights, receipts, tickets, and subs, etc. Ah. So this is bringing back the the memories of you have, how you started out. But I do also feel that you do need to get back into the baseline as well. Um, so that's interesting. Right, number twos for you. Let's have a look. Right, what have you got? Oh, you've already, right, this one's already scratched. Paint like a Picalas? 20, £30, 2 hours. At your local craft store or art store, pick up 2 canvases, paint and paintbrushes. Head home or to your location of choice and set up your paint spot. Play some music and have some drinks and snacks of your choice. You will be painting each other and you'll be exchanging your paintings at the end of the date. Or you could go to Ann Summers or online thing and get them and paint each other. That sounds more fun, but there you go. So you could get chocolate spread. Do they have like paints that you can paint each other naked? If you got the opportunity, I thought it's a bit difficult when you got kids, but that sounds like fun, doesn't it? So that's number 2. So number 3 for you, last of the reading. Okay, right. Last of the reading. Right, okay, number threes. So, oh, look at that. These are not scratched. So, I see you. Play hide and seek in IKEA or your largest local furniture store. The person who gets found the quickest must treat the other to IKEA's famous Swedish meatballs or a meal of their choice. Well, you let me know in the comments again at the bottom if you took this challenge. I want to hear it, and I no doubt other people will want to hear it. But if not, thank you for joining me. It's been quite an I've quite enjoyed doing this reading. Keep an eye out because I'll be doing more. So I'm looking into how can you bring more love in your life. I don't know how this spread is going to be. These are new spreads, so I'm just being playful with them, okay? And I may do a friendship spread. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a friendship spread. And I think the next I'm going to be doing a career spread as well. So I want to get those up. So I'm going to be filming them, and over the next few weeks you'll be seeing them. So I will send my love to you. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I will see you soon. Take care. Lots of love. Big hugs and fly high. And get your painting gear on. How kinky.